how tough this cycle has been since 2022 top. Just look at this, down, down, down. It's not because of a calendar. It's not because of a 4-year cycle. It's because of this green business cycle and the contraction of it, the contraction and suppression of the economy that we've not seen like really ever since the 40s if you go back on the PMI chart. But now that the PMI is expanding, the altcoin chart here, total 3 versus Bitcoin, is expanding with it. I've been talking a lot about disinflation while the whole world and all the headlines are screaming about inflation and rate hikes. And I am very happy to have come across this post from Elon Musk. This was yesterday morning. Deflation is inevitable. I'm just very happy that there's somebody out there that agrees with me, and it's Elon Musk. And this has a lot to do with this crypto cycle. And in this video, not only do I want to, as we approach the month of July, show you what happened in the month of July across all of these years for crypto, but what also happened to S&P 500 in the last 14 years in the month of July. It might surprise you. And this is a very important month because I think we're at a macro pivot point. I think we're at a macro reversal out of years of contraction for crypto into an expansion phase, into a bull market. And while majority, I would say, of the industry disagrees with my thesis, and that is crypto's following these things. It's the last domino to fall in terms of business cycle expansion and all the macroeconomic things that need to set up. And that is why we had a prolonged cycle. You can see the PMI chart overlaid on this altcoin chart. It is like almost 100% just correlated to the PMI business cycle. And now that it is starting to turn up, I want to look at the total 3 BTC chart. This is altcoins basically versus Bitcoin, also correlated. And I want to discuss this concept of, you know what? And I say it respectfully, it has nothing to do with a 4-year cycle. It isn't that easy. It is not that easy. But this business cycle and the macroeconomic landscape has very nicely lined up over the years to kind of be in this 4-year cycle sequence. But I want to discuss these things with you. So let's, before we even look at July, what happened in the month of July across crypto and S&P 500, I want to start here. And this is a post that will go with this exact video if you're watching on X. But I said time to keep an eye on July as well as the business cycle. I'm not going to read through all of this, but what I want to read through is obviously we're watching PMI, Russell 2000, copper, gold, all of these dominoes that I said to look out for to fall before crypto domino falls, which it hasn't fallen yet. It's the last domino that hasn't fallen yet. I said, now watch the 10-year yield. And this is something I want to talk about in today's video before we dive into the crypto charts and just look at this month of July and what goes on in the month of July. But real quick, if the market starts to front run those big erasers, Kevin Warsh noticed on the Fed members' pencils, if you remember in the Fed meeting, Kevin Warsh said he noticed these big erasers signaling, you know what, they're going to change their mind in terms of their dot plot and what they think in terms of rate hikes or, inflation. They're going to change their mind. And why is he saying that? He's probably saying it because he sees the same thing that Elon Musk is seeing. Deflation is inevitable. This is what I've been talking about. Disinflation, everybody. You know what gets me very bullish on this concept as well is this headline. Bank of America expects 3 rate hikes, reversing outlook. So often, if you've been in these markets, you will notice when you see a Bank of America headline and what they're pushing in the headlines, think the opposite, because that's probably what's brewing underneath all of it. And it takes these headlines weeks, maybe month, 2 months to finally pivot to what is actually going on. So that gets me bullish on this. But back to my post, we'll probably see it in yields first. And disinflation headlines start popping up right behind it, right after everyone is done panicking about inflation and rate hikes. Everybody, I know crypto has not broken out yet. I know it hasn't broken out yet. But the Russell 2000 has broken out. The PMI has broken out, as I said. Copper and gold has bottomed. Crypto is the last domino to fall. And we've been in this season of suppression and contraction. And you can see it on any altcoin chart, right? We have been in that season. The war came into play. It drove inflation back up on the short term. But the war now being over and oil coming back down, that disinflation headline is on its way back, okay? And the pressure for this last domino to fall is slowly, as of right now, subsiding once again. So I'm very excited. Let's get into the charts. I want to show you the total 3. This is altcoins versus Bitcoin. I just want to show you this chart. It's pretty incredible to me. But before I do, here is this post, and that is S&P 500 seasonality was true to June, and that is not good. Junes have not really been great. But take a peep at incoming July. Last 14 Julys, we only had one red July, and it was barely red. Prepare. Is this a guarantee that July will be green? No, it's not. But it's something to keep an eye on, especially as we are having this consolidation. Now, I want to look at the crypto market cap chart and show you what crypto has done in July. And to preface that, before we pivot to it, I just want to put this in your mind once again, because this is what I'm talking about. It is this productivity boom that we've entered in the S&P 500 and in markets. Everybody wants to think we're in this, it's the top is in, the big crash is here. I think it's going to be, but I think we have probably a couple years left of boom. And so this is the moment for the last crypto domino to fall. All these other dominoes falling. But what I want to keep in mind here on this chart is in the roaring 90s, right? Even just all through the 90s, you see these big pullbacks on the S&P 500, the consolidations, they're important. So even right now, as I'm looking at the S&P 500 chart, I like seeing 4 weeks of red right now, even if it, not that low, but even if it just goes lower and pulls into these moving averages, that's not a bad thing to see that. And if it happens, I just want you to keep that in mind. That happened in the roaring 90s in the productivity boom. But right now is not the time, in my opinion, to be calling the top on this, right? When we think about deflation being inevitable, and we think about what's happening with the PMI chart as the oil chart is falling, PMI just started expanding, everybody. And if that continues, the S&P 500 has a lot of room to continue growing to the upside. Now, translated to crypto. Here's crypto in July. I marked it with flags. Last July was actually green. And what you see here is all of these flags. There are 3 red flags, and there are 8 green flags. 8 out of the last 11 cycles, not cycles, but years for crypto, July has been green. Is that a guarantee? No, it's not. But I do think that is very interesting. Majority of the time for crypto, green. Majority of the last 14 years for the S&P 500, green. And I think what makes it most compelling to me, and maybe even most critical to me, different than a lot of these green flags or red flags, is where this flag is potentially popping up. Red or green, I don't know. But it's in an oversold environment. It's in the worst sentiment we've ever seen ever in crypto. It's right as the PMI on this monthly chart starts expanding. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a critical month. I mean, July, put aside what it's done in the past, July is a critical month. We're at a critical turning point for these crypto cycles. As we've been, anytime the PMI chart starts just expanding, we are in a critical time. It is starting to expand right now after record-breaking years of contraction. This is why, in my opinion, the crypto space is having such a tough time. If you go to total 3, look at it since the bull market high in 2022. Look at the suppression. Is it no surprise to you? Has nothing to do with 4-year cycle. It's starting to expand, and I'm talking about altcoins versus Bitcoin since last June. For the last year, altcoins versus Bitcoin on this chart going up. It's expanding with PMI. That's not because of a 4-year cycle, a calendar event. This contraction, all of that just chaos, right? And all of the ugliness that has been in the crypto markets, how tough this cycle has been since 2022 top. Just look at this, down, down, down. It's not because of a calendar. It's not because of a 4-year cycle. It's because of this green business cycle and the contraction of it, the contraction and suppression of the economy that we've not seen like really ever since the 40s if you go back on the PMI chart. But now that the PMI is expanding, the altcoin chart here, total 3 versus Bitcoin, is expanding with it. That's not because of a 4-year cycle, everybody. That is because of a business cycle. And that is what is going on. There are so many moving parts to all of these dominoes falling. And crypto is included in that. Crypto is included in the macroeconomic story of what is going on now. Crypto's not excluded and just running in its own little world of 4-year cycle. And I'm not trying to say that in so much certainty. That is a very strong opinion that I have. I respect everybody that has a 4-year cycle theory. That is fine. But I'm proposing to you an entirely different story that is playing out right now. And I think we are at the pivot point. We are at the turning point of it. And this chart, I don't think there is really even a more beautiful illustration of it. It is the total 3 altcoin chart versus Bitcoin. Contraction for years with PMI, now starting to expand with PMI. Not because of a 4-year cycle. So that's everything, everybody. I'm throwing so much. I need to start just doing my macroeconomic videos. This stuff is so intriguing to me, what is going on. And I really want to start doing that. This is me going off in a completely different direction in my mind, and I'm not going to edit it out. It's fine. But everybody, this is what I'm tracking. I appreciate you if you're still out there watching and tracking along. And either way, if you're just a crypto holder, if you just think we're on a 4-year cycle, bottom at the end of the year, dude, we're cool. It's fine. That's okay. But I'm just trying to show you what I'm seeing. And I hope that you respect that as much as I respect your thesis on these crypto cycles. So these are my thoughts, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I really do. Hit the subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.